Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, March 28th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am my own responsibility. Here I am. It's a Wednesday. I'm recording on a Wednesday. I have beat the Wednesday slump and it's due to a lovely nap. So let us look at Thursday. Continuing on with this moon in Scorpio. And as soon as I started looking at it, I started hearing, when I forget what it's called, euphemisms? Is that what it is? When you take like the letters of a word, like fear, and you turn it into something. And I forget what fear usually is. What I say fear is feel everything and rise. It's a call to be present with a part of yourself. And knowing that you can shift it, you can transform it, you can empower it, through the feeling of it, basically. So as the moon moves through the day, it is making so many connections. It's connecting to Saturn, it's connecting to Jupiter, it's connecting to Uranus, and it's connecting to Venus. And so all of these areas is giving us little pieces, little arenas where we may have some energies of fear or lack of confidence in ourselves or lack of feeling empowered in that area that we can work with and work through. Saturn is interesting because it's in Pisces and it's so karmic. And I think a lot of the fears that we have, a lot of those roots are deep. A lot of them are beyond this lifetime because it's a survival thing a lot of times with Scorpio. And we don't get out of any of those lifetimes alive. We're not getting out of this one alive, at least not in our bodies, not physically. However, on a soul level, that evolution keeps happening. So it's like trying not, hearing the song Don't Fear the Reaper. More cowbell, please. But coming to terms with the energy of mortality, that everything that we're working with and putting into motion, while it may go on, sometimes it goes on without us, and I think that's something that COVID times brought up for us and that we still need to work through. So Scorpio bringing us through some of that death and rebirth energy. The connection with Jupiter in Taurus. Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus can bring up fears around money, around being on this planet. It goes hand in hand with all that survival stuff. And as inflation is currently bigger than a hot air balloon, I think there's a lot of stuff that's coming up around money. I think we have to see money not as something that helps us survive, but as an energy that is utilized as an exchange. Sometimes even just shifting the way you look at things can take the dire energy, can take that fear out of it. That Uranus connection may get a little triggery, and that is going to be happening in the evening, and it also may spike some of these electrical energies. I saw something, and I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but they said that this big black spot on the sun was facing the earth, and it's the size of 60 earths, and it's just blasting us right now. So if you've been having trouble sleeping and feeling a lot of anxiety on top of the eclipses, that's working our nervous systems. Hence my hair being ready to stand up on end at any given point. So just be aware of that with that Uranus energy. It could increase it. Taking your time to ground, making sure that you're breathing will help you. The last connection is the moon and Venus. Again, a connection through the Pisces energies. But this one goes a little deeper because we actually have Venus in Pisces connecting to Uranus today. So specifically, relationship issues may be up on the fear scope. Relationship issues, money things around our worth, things around our gifts, our talents, all of that's connecting. And again, it's beyond this lifetime. That's part of that Pisces energy. It's any time, any space, any dimension, any other planet, whatever, there's still lessons for you. You can embody them on the earth. So watch for that. Now, it's also interesting because Pisces and Taurus is my lazy cat. And you may find yourself needing to tune out in order to let the energies move through. And a lot of times we're not trying to figure it out. We're not trying to like wrestle our mind to the ground. That's when those ahas come. Top of my cards today is breakthrough. So between the moon connecting to Uranus and Venus connecting to Uranus, between the Scorpio and the Taurus and the Pisces, we're making our way. We're finding new understanding for our current Earth journey. Breakthrough. But I also have in here, hard times require furious dancing. You should be dancing and get playful with it. Get playful with what you fear. Get silly with it. Sit down, fear your fears, and talk to it. What are you doing? Why are you making me scared? And they'll be like, no, is your responsibility. You're making yourself scared. So have a conversation. Get silly. Get playful. I love this. We're breaking through these old patterns. This is part of eclipse work, is the breaking through. It's added oomph that can help us move in and through these energies. And the universe is like, I've got your back too. The nothingness card, this is the Hierophant card. There's some alignment with spiritual law for all of us to find our way in and through this. But what's popping in my head right now, and I literally want to write it in big gold letters, like if I had a gold pen right here right now, I would absolutely do it. But what I'm hearing is one of my favorite mantras, one of my favorite Sanskrit mantras, which is Om Bhavam Namah. I am absolute existence. When you remember what you are connected to, what you come from, there's nothing to fear, right? Like, you're in the flow, you're in the unfolding. It's all good. Om Bhavam Namah. You are bigger than these fears. Watch for the minefields because they're out there. Our earth is rich with stories. What are these stories teaching you? But where are they showing you that there's things for you to stand up in that responsibility? That's where I'm going to end this. I grew up not loving the word responsibility. It sounded like a dirty word. And it was when I started reading books by Osho that I saw that thing called responsibility. And that was like a ding moment. It was such a ding moment that I started utilizing it and not realizing where it came from until I circled back around. I was like, oh, this is where it's from. You have the choice to respond in a way that is true to you in any given moment. Any given moment. And that is your responsibility. And it does take away that blame. But the empowerment is never in the blame. The empowerment is always in that personal responsibility. How are you going to respond? It's up to you. And I think this is a big part of this Scorpio Aries energy working together. So I'm going to leave that there for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.